The Life Guards is the senior regiment of the British Army and part of the Household Cavalry, along with the Blues and Royals. History. The Life Guards grew from the 4 troops of Horse Guards raised by Charles II around the time of his restoration, plus 2 troops of Horse Grenadier Guards, which were raised some years later. The first troop was originally raised in Bruges in 1658 as His Majesty's own troop of Horse Guards. They formed part of the contingent raised by the exiled King Charles II as his contribution to the army of King Philip IV of Spain, who were fighting the French and their allies, the English Commonwealth, under the Lord Protector Oliver Cromwell in the Franco-Spanish War and the concurrent Anglo-Spanish War. The second troop was originally founded in 1659 as Monks Life Guards. The third troop, like the first troop, was formed in 1658 from exiled royalists and was initially known as the Duke of York's troop of Horse Guards. The fourth troop was raised in 1661 in England. The first troop of Horse Grenadier Guards was formed in 1693 from the amalgamation of 3 troops of grenadiers. The second troop of Horse Grenadier Guards was raised in Scotland in 1702. These units first saw action during the Third Anglo-Dutch War in 1672 and then at the Battle of Sedgemoor during the Monmouth Rebellion in 1685. The third and fourth troops were disbanded in 1746. In 1788, the remaining 1st and 2nd troops, along with the 2 troops of Horse Grenadier Guards, were reorganized into 2 regiments, the 1st and 2nd Regiments of Life Guards. From then on, rank and file were mostly formed of commoners. The bulk of the gentlemen troopers were pensioned off. In 1815, they were part of the Household Brigade at the Battle of Waterloo under Major General Lord Edward Somerset. In late 1918, after much service in the First World War, the 2 regiments gave up the horses and were re-rolled as machine gun battalions, becoming the 1st and 2nd Battalions, Guards Machine Gun Regiment. They reverted to the previous names and roles after the end of the war. In 1922, the 2 regiments were merged into 1 regiment, the Life Guards. In 1928, it was redesignated the Life Guards. During the Second World War, the Life Guards took part in the Normandy landings and the advance through France to liberate Brussels. In 1992, as part of the Options for Change Defense Review, the Life Guards were joined together with the Blues and Royals in their union, not an amalgamation, forming the Household Cavalry Regiment and the Household Cavalry Mounted Regiment. However, they maintain the regimental identity, with distinct uniforms and traditions, and their own colonel. In common with the Blues and Royals, they have a peculiar non-commissioned rank structure. In brief, they lack sergeants, replacing them with multiple grades of corporal. Previous names used by the regiment were as follows. From 1788, 1st Regiment of Life Guards and 2nd Regiment of Life Guards. The following troops were reorganized into 1st Regiment of Life Guards, 1st Troop of Horse Guards, 1st Troop Horse Grenadier Guards, and the following troops were reorganized into 2nd Regiment of Life Guards, 2nd Troop of Horse Guards, 2nd Troop Horse Grenadier Guards. From 1877, 1st Life Guards and 2nd Life Guards. From 1922, the Life Guards. From 1928, the Life Guards. Uniform. On ceremonial occasions, the Life Guards wear a scarlet tunic, a metal cuirass and a matching helmet with a white plume worn bound on the top into an onion shape. The exceptions to this are the regiments, trumpeters, who wear a red plume, and farriers, who wear blue tunics and have a black plume. In addition, the Life Guards wear their chin strap below the lower lip, as opposed to the Blues and Royals who wear it under their chin. On service dress, the lifeguards officers and warrant officer class 1s wear a red lanyard on the right shoulder, as well as a Sam Brown bill. The lifeguards, as part of the Household Division, does not use the Order of the Bath Staff or its officer rank pips, but rather the Order of the Garter Star. Battle Honours. The battle honours are 1. Dettingen Peninsula, Waterloo, Tel El Kabir, Egypt 1882, Relief of Kimberley, Paardeberg, South Africa 1899–1900, The Great War II, Mons, Locato, Mon 1914–1914, Messy 1914, Ypres 1914, Passchendaele 1917–18, Somme 1916–18, Arras 1917–18, Hindenburg Line, France and Flanders 1914–18, the Second World War III, Montpinçon, Soluva, Noiro Crossing, Amiens 1944, Brussels, Neapel, Niederrhein, Nijmegen, Lingen, Bentheim, Northwest Europe 1944–45, Baghdad 1941, Iraq 1941, Palmyra, Syria 1941, El Alamein, North Africa 1942–43, Ariza, advanced to Florence, Gothic Line, Italy 1944, Wadi al-Baton, Gulf 1991, Al-Basra, Iraq 20,033. The regiment maintained the fiction of separate regiments until 1928, receiving in 1927 two separate sets of standards with different battle honours emblazoned. Revised combined list issued May 1933, omitting from emblazonment Passchendaele and St. Quentin Canal of the 1st Lifeguards, awarded jointly to the Lifeguards and Blues and Rolls for services of Household Cavalry Regiment. Order of Precedence. Gallery.